If you're taking AP Biology right now, let's review where I think you should be in your classes. If you're like, I haven't started school yet, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for you because AP Biology is the first exam this year, number 1, okay, literally at 8 in the morning. So you better start YouTubing. You need to be talking about water in your classes, okay? If you're not, every teacher does it a little bit different, but this is where my class would be right now. Around this time, I would have this up on my board and I would ask my students which one of these is a hydrogen bond. I'll give you a second. Is number 1 or is number 2 a hydrogen bond? Number 1, hydrogen bonds are between two separate water molecules, and it's going to be responsible for a lot of different properties of water. Now, the properties of water are going to be things like cohesion and adhesion. So this is my absolute favorite graphic of all time to talk about cohesion and adhesion with. So cohesion is going to be that interaction between two water molecules, and adhesion is going to be the interaction between a water molecule and then some other polar object. When you're talking about the properties of water, it's not good enough to know what they are. You need to know why we care. And so if we're talking about cohesion and adhesion, we want to talk specifically about basically how trees get water from their roots all the way up to every cell in their, not body, but in their little plant body, up to the tip-top leaf. One of the ways they do that is using cohesion and adhesion to move their way up, basically bouncing from cell wall to cell wall. Not really bouncing, but basically like changing connections with different cell walls within the plant cells. See, we have cohesion and they're going to be kind of sticking together for that reason. And then we have adhesion between the water molecule and the cell wall here. You should also know why ice floats on water, and you should also be able to explain an image looking like this one. And it all comes down to the fact that water is polar and it has these little hydrogen bonds here. But I'll post these videos every once in a while to make sure you're like on track with where you need to be by the end of the year. So hopefully you can knock the exam out of the park.